Let's get right to it. We're not here to talk about AI as just another app or a slick new gadget for the classroom. No, we're here to talk about a seismic shift, a moment that's fundamentally redefining what it means to learn, to teach, and even to think. This isn't just an upgrade, folks. It's the end of one era and the dawn of a completely new one.
To really wrap your head around just how big this is, you have to look back. In 1975, Microsoft put a computer on every desk. Then, in '98, Google came along and put the world's library at our fingertips. 2007, the iPhone put a supercomputer in every pocket. And then, 2022 happened. ChatGPT wasn't just another product launch. It was a historical disruption, right up there with the others. It marks the beginning of the age of generative AI.
And if you're thinking, oh, this is something for the future, I've got some news for you. The future is already here. A jaw-dropping 87% of students around the globe are already using ChatGPT for their schoolwork. This isn't a theoretical debate anymore. It's the reality happening in every classroom, right now. The question isn't if we should allow it, it's how in the world do we adapt? And that brings us to the most crucial point of all. We've got to stop thinking about AI as just a better calculator or a smarter spell checker. It's not a tool. It's a completely new environment. It's a paradigm shift. We're in a new era, and that demands a whole new way of thinking and working. So what is this new era really all about? Well, it boils down to one massive change in how we deal with information. We are moving from a world of retrieval to a world of generation. And understanding that difference, well, that's the whole ballgame. Just look at how this breaks down. For the last couple of decades, we were in the retrieval era, with Google as king. Our job was to search, sift through pages of links, read a ton of stuff, and then try to stitch it all together ourselves. Now, in the generation era, that whole process gets flipped on its head. We just describe what we need, the AI creates a synthesized answer in seconds, and our job shifts to a higher level. We review, we verify, and we refine. The heavy lifting has fundamentally changed. And this, right here, is the biggest mistake people make. They treat ChatGPT like it's just a better Google. But AI is not a search engine. It's not finding a document for you. It's generating an answer based on patterns it learned from a mind-boggling amount of data. So when you give it a lazy prompt, it has to guess and fill in the blanks using those patterns. And that's exactly where you get those weird, made-up answers we call hallucinations. Okay, so if our entire relationship with information is different, what on earth does that mean for how we teach? Well, it means the old academic model is officially a fossil. The methods of yesterday are completely broken in this new generation world. We all know this stance, don't we? The professor clicks through a PowerPoint, we cram and memorize just enough to pass the final exam, and poof, it's all gone a week later. That system was built for a time when information was scarce. Its whole purpose was to just pour facts into our heads. But that world is long gone. And here is the fundamental failure of that old model. It creates graduates who are brilliant at repeating theories, but completely freeze up when they face a messy, real-world problem that doesn't have a neat answer in a textbook. They know the what, but they have no idea about the how. And in the AI era, the how is everything. So what's the answer? We need a brand new model, one that's built from the ground up for this new reality. And that model is AI-enhanced problem-based learning. It's all about shifting the goal from memorizing answers to learning how to solve really interesting problems. And this is where it gets really exciting. Just look at these examples. Instead of a business student writing a boring paper on marketing mix theory, you challenge them to actually launch an eco startup with a 2 million rupee budget. An engineering student isn't just coding an algorithm. They're designing a smart traffic system for Colombo. They're using AI as a research assistant, a brainstorming partner. But the real work, the critical thinking, the creativity, that's all them. This is active learning, not passive. Now, to do this kind of work well, students need a brand new skill. It's called prompt engineering. And you should think of it this way. If writing was the essential literacy of the 20th century, prompt engineering is the essential literacy of the 21st. It's the art of having a great conversation with an AI to get exactly what you need. It's the new superpower. And it's not some kind of magic. It's a skill you can learn, and it can start with a really simple framework. RACFQ. Give the AI a role. Give it an action. Provide the necessary context. Tell it the format you want. And here's the pro tip. Ask it to ask you questions to clarify things before it starts. This simple recipe is the difference between getting a generic, useless paragraph and getting a game-changing analysis. So this all leads us to a new philosophy for every educator out there. It's time to stop fighting a war against AI that we're destined to lose. It's time to start teaching with it. The goal is no longer to just graduate a student. The goal is to create an AI-enhanced professional.
This slide shows the new partnership perfectly. Let the AI do the grunt work. Let it gather the data, process the numbers, write that messy first draft. That frees up the student's brain to focus on the things that actually matter, the uniquely human skills: thinking critically, making tough decisions, solving problems in creative ways, and weighing the ethical implications. Let's just boil this all down to a simple reality check. First, this is inevitable. Students are using it, industry's using it, the train has left the station. Second, it's beneficial. It saves a massive amount of time and can seriously boost creativity. And third, it is urgent. The students and the schools that get on board with this now are going to have a huge competitive advantage. You know, Professor Haran Amarasekara, whose work really inspired this whole explainer, said it perfectly. The future belongs to those who teach with AI, not against it. That one sentence says it all. This is about collaboration, not conflict. So, I'm going to leave you with one final thought. For the last couple of years, the big question in education has been, did AI write this? It's a question that comes from a place of fear. But what if we've been asking the wrong question this whole time? What if instead we started asking our students, what incredible problems did you solve with it? Just think about that. That one change reframes everything, from policing to empowering, from the past to the future.